Yo. So here we are, December 19th, 2025. Sitting at the cusp of a new moon in Sagittarius. And here's the thing, new moons and full moons, they don't move us in the same way. Full moons are that peak of energy, that heightened awareness. They illuminate, there's intensity, and they bring things to a head. New moons, on the other hand, they're a lot more quiet. There's an anticipation that they carry, a sense of something forming that doesn't have words or identity quite yet, but it's there. And as we come into this end of the year season, this final new moon is asking something deeper than goals or intentions. But it's asking, how are you arriving in this moment? Coming to the end of the year, how are you settling into this? And this isn't settling through measurement of what you accomplished, but rather what you learned. And it's not truly defined by like your achievements either, or the accolades, but the deeper understanding of those things, of what you've accomplished, right? Maybe you experienced a deeper level of self-respect. Maybe there was a time frame in which a relationship tested you, a dynamic tested you, tested your boundaries, tested your self-worth, tested if you were going to stay silent or stand up for yourself, walk away or stay, have self-pride or sit in martyrdom. This could have been at work, right? Maybe you witnessed that overgiver, that overdoer, and the one that was on the verge of burnout or existing within the burnout. 2025 is a 9. And 9s are conclusion numbers. They are the finishers of a cycle. They ask us, what do you want to let go of? And the way that the universe works and the way that the energies work is that it's not a soft tap. Hey, do you want to let that go? No, it's usually through pain, right? We repeat the cycle. We go into a dynamic that we know is not good for us. We don't trust our intuition. And we go into it and we later learn, oh yeah, whoops, knew that one already. So maybe this year has been full of lessons, painful ones, not so painful ones, deep ones, maybe not so deep. Or maybe it was confirmation that you're doing the right things and that those boundaries that you have set are significant and they're impactful and they do something for you. Either way, this year, this month, the past 6 months, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of energies that have asked us for growth, and growth doesn't come easy. You know, we had those retrogrades that popped up, 5 planets in reverse motion, taking us back in time. We had a supermoon in Gemini showing us duality. Venus has been present the whole time, along with Jupiter and Pluto. This year has been transformational. I know I speak for myself when I'm not who I was 6 months ago. I'm not even who I was a month ago. Time and evolution and metamorphosis, if you lean into it, it's fast. It can be fast if you're willing to submit, if you're willing to just trust and allow things to fall away and allow things to come in for as long or as short that those things might be present. Each thing, each something, each person, each event, each pattern is there to teach us something that our soul is asking to be taught. Things don't just come to us out of happenstance. Things are aligned. Thousands of things have to have worked out in culmination for a meeting to take place. Think about it, going to work, or you go to the gym and you run into someone that you haven't seen in years. How many red lights did each of you have to hit to get there at the same time? Maybe one of you woke up late and the other person just happened to be in town, and you waking up late gave opportunity to cross paths. You know, when we zoom out and we look at the way things line up and the perfection of the universe, it's easy to see that we're just here, allowing the flow of what has always been to take place. And Sagittarius moons have happened for eons, right? This planet has gone around the sun for far longer than we've been here. And it's always been the same. The energy's always been the same. We just get to experience it right now during this time in its perfection. So let's talk about this moon, yeah? So this Sagittarius new moon on December 19th, it's the final moon of the year and the last time we plant a seed before the calendar gets to turn. Sagittarius is the seeker, the philosopher, and the truth teller. And this moon isn't necessarily asking, what do you want? It's asking, what do you believe? Because ultimately, belief shapes direction, and direction shapes destiny. Collectively, this lunation invites us to zoom out, to step back from the details, the drama, and the exhaustion of this year, and to truly take a step back and ask, what did it all mean? And this matters even more because 2025 is, in numerology, a year number 9. And 9 is the number of completion, of closure, forgiveness, and release. It's the final chapter, the integration phase, the moment where the soul gathers everything it's learned before the reset happens. So this new moon isn't happening in its isolation. It's happening at the end of something much, much larger. And Sagittarius energy, it teaches through experience. Every detour, every disappointment, every breakthrough, each of them all carried wisdom. So ultimately nothing was truly wasted. And here's the key. What you consciously choose to release during a year number 9, it becomes the fertile ground for a year number 1. Those endings allow space for beginnings. And this new moon is helping you to decide what does not come with you into this new cycle, so that when 2026 arrives, your manifestations aren't built on unfinished stories or outdated beliefs. And of course, there's never just the moon, right? There's some tension. Jupiter, Saturn, and the moon are forming a trine. If you don't know, a trine is a 120-degree aspect, where planets are spaced evenly, forming a harmonious triangle, which is associated with support, flow, and stabilization. So what I'm saying here is this is rare. You have expansion, the planet Jupiter, and you have discipline, the planet Saturn. These two are working together rather than once another. These are opposing forces in cohesion right now. And this is energy of sustainable vision. You have Jupiter asking you to grow, and you have Saturn asking you, make sure it's rooted, make sure it's real. So it's asking, don't focus on the fantasy or the pressure, but come in with your visions and ground them in optimism. Ground them in faith, but with that follow through. This aspect is saying you don't need to rush anything. You simply just need to commit. Sagittarius reminds us, truth comes before movement, and meaning comes before momentum. So this is where the deeper metaphor lives. The universe works like a bow, and we are the arrow. At times, life pulls us backwards, not as punishment, but to help us see, to help us re-experience what was, to feel it clearly, and to decide with awareness, no more. That pullback is not failure, it's calibration. It's the moment when you get to decide the direction that is being refined. And this Sagittarius new moon, the closing energy of a numerology 9, and the recent stretch of retrogrades have all been asking the same question. What do you bring in to the next cycle? What do you allow? What do you give? And how much of yourself do you offer? And more importantly, to whom? Because once that arrow is released, there is momentum. And so this new moon is asking, what belief am I ready to outgrow? What direction feels honest, not impressive? And what story do I stop carrying into the new year? Till next time. Peace.
I evolved, I release the year. I choose my most aligned direction.